The film opens in 1845 with the execution of a woman, later identified as Mary Elner, who has been accused of witchcraft in Banfield, Massachusetts. The woman is hung from a tree and ultimately set on fire. Before she dies, however, her ash is kept in a kerndoll, indicating the doll has been possessed by Mary's spirit. In the present day, disgraced journalist Gerry Fenn works a job reporting on all things strange and unusual. His latest assignment takes him to Boston, where the purported strange activity is revealed to be a teenage prank. As he is preparing to leave, he discovers the doll and purposely crushes it, accidentally freeing Mary's spirit. Gerry later gets into an accident as he is driving away after seeing a young girl, Alice Paget, run across the road. He follows Alice to the tree where Mary was hanged, the site where he found the doll, and hears her speak before collapsing. When he takes her to a nearby church, he learns that Alice is deaf and mute. Gerry decides to stay in town to investigate what he thinks could be a real story of the supernatural. The following day, Alice stuns the community by speaking, proclaiming that she has been cured by the Virgin Mary. This launch is a media furor that is further propelled by other seemingly miraculous healings. During one of the healings, a statue of the Virgin Mary near the chancel of the church cries tears of blood. The Catholic Church sends Monsignor Delgardi to investigate the claims, assisted by Bishop Giles. Gerry befriends Alice, who tells him that while she has been speaking to an entity named Mary, she has only assumed that it was the Virgin Mary. Beginning to suspect that something sinister is occurring due to visions of Mary as a horrific creature, Gerry finds a partner in Father William Hagen, Alice's maternal uncle, whom she healed, but also suspects the healing's true nature. Hagen discovers a book detailing Mary Elner, who performed miracles for Satan, but before he has the chance to warn anybody, Elner attacks him and his body is found hanging in the church. Giles convinces Gerry to keep the apparent suicide of Hagen quiet, as it will tarnish the divine occurrences. Hagen's death is declared an accident. Gerry befriends Natalie Gates, the town's physician, and reveals that he was found fabricating stories, which is why he now reports hoax stories, hoping this event will relaunch his career. The pair eventually comes across the information Hagen discovered, revealing Elner sold her soul to Satan in order to gain power. Satan would allow her and her descendants, one of whom being Alice, to perform miracles, prompting people to pledge themselves to her, and in turn, Satan. Elner tries to kill Gerry, but Delgardi drives her away with prayer and a crucifix. Gerry and Delgardi are shocked to learn that Giles was aware of the history in Banfield involving Elner, but thought that it was not connected to the miracles that were recently occurring. He warns Gerry that any attempt to share his views on the situation will fall on deaf ears due to Gerry's tarnished reputation. Alice, who they believe is unaware of Mary's true nature, wishes to hold a church service by the tree and broadcast it to the masses. Delgardi warns that those pledging themselves to Elner would make her stronger and condemn their soul to hell. Gerry, Natalie, and Delgardi try to perform a ritual in the church to stop this, but Elner appears and crushes Delgardi with a burning cross. Once the service begins, Alice urges everyone to pledge themselves to Mary 3 times. Gerry manages to stop the crowd from fully pledging by claiming that the miracles were just more of his hoaxes, that they were all a result of the placebo effect. Natalie communicates with Alice using sign language, urging her to stop the service. Mary speaks to Alice, entreating her to continue it or never speak again. Realizing Mary's true nature, Alice confirms that the miracles were not of God. The tree suddenly bursts into flames, causing all the attendants to flee in panic as an angry Mary emerges from it. She incinerates Giles before attempting to kill Gerry, but Alice sacrifices herself to save his life. This causes Mary to disappear, as Alice was her link to the living world. Struck by her sacrifice, Gerry begs God to save Alice's life. She comes back to life, but is once again deaf. All the people whom Alice cured soon return to their prior state, and the film concludes with a warning from biblical verse Matthew 7:15.